Hi, it's Josephine from the Pointe Shop. I'm in Salt Lake City right now, fitting at the Salt Lake City Ballet, and I'm actually fitting Mia, who is not from Salt Lake City. She's from Minnesota, and we're going to fix a couple problems. Now, this is an interesting case because she broke her 5th metatarsal right before she went on pointe, and it actually followed her even though she's completely healed. If you have an injury, it always comes back on pointe, and you can always kind of tell. Stand up for me. So these are pretty dead. First position. These are her current shoes right now. Can you go into parallel for me? And then step up onto pointe. So if you can tell from just looking at her feet, can you move it a little bit further apart? It kind of looks like she's sickling. The shoe is following the shape of her foot right now, so making her look like she's sickling even more than she is right now. So it kind of bumps out a little bit. It's a little bit too low profile for her, so she's spilling over on the sides of her feet. Come down for me. And then first position, and then step up onto pointe. Okay, and the one that she hurt is your right foot, right? Yeah, so her right foot. So you can really tell that she's having trouble getting over, and the shoe is almost reverse arching right here. So even though she's getting over, her ankles are stretched, it's going back out towards the end. So it's kind of tough to get over, and she's wobbling a little bit because she is on her pinky side. So we're going to try to find her a shoe that she can get over it better and she doesn't sickle as much. A lot of times when you have a difficult foot like this where it's hard to get over on pointe, fitters keep giving you softer and softer shoes. So this is actually one of the softest shoes available, but she's actually struggling more to get on pointe. Your legs apart. Okay, so we're gonna fix the two things, this shape right here, and also getting over and not sickling. So half of it's Mia's job to work on strengthening the sides of her feet, or sides of her ankles and sides of her legs, so that she can be stronger and push over towards the big toe. Go ahead and take those off for me. A lot of times when dancers are having trouble getting over on their pointe shoes, there are several different solutions. Mia is more of an interesting case because she had that injury before, so we want to be cognizant of that. It does follow you throughout your dance career, so unfortunately it's something that we have to deal with, but at least if we know what's going on, then we can fix that. She's a little bit wider and she's a little bit higher in the profile. So if you give her a shoe that's too low, then it can pull her back. So it can just be the shape of her foot too. So what we're going to do is I'm going to have the crown a little bit higher, and I'm going to go with a shorter vamp for Mia. Okay, so go ahead and put that on. And you had, this is actually just her second pair, the pair that she had right now. This will be her third pair. And the first pair that she had was a similar shape, and she had even more trouble getting over. So let's take a look at that. So this is actually a harder shoe than what she has right now. First position. Okay, bring your right foot up on pointe, and then press up on both feet. So now it's not twisting at all. This shoe, the shank was twisting off her heel a little bit because the shape wasn't perfect. Now she's getting over much better. So I shortened the vamp. This is probably not the shoe that I'm gonna have her end up with. She's probably gonna go to an even harder shoe later on, something with a little bit more support on the sides. But right now, I just wanna get her over and not sickling anymore, because those are the two things that you're gonna keep teaching yourself bad habits if you are in a shoe that's making you do bad things. Come down for me, and then parallel, step up onto pointe. Okay, very good. So she's much straighter now. She is getting over better in a harder shoe, but the shape of the shoe is really different. So shorter vamp, wider metatarsal, a little bit more tapered. That's the shoe that we're gonna end up with. But I imagine she's only gonna be in this shoe for about a year or two, and she'll probably go to a different shoe that gives her a little bit more support on the sides. But I really want her to work on the sides of her ankles and her feet, but she'll be able to balance a lot better in these because she is able to get over on top of her platform a little bit better, and she'll be able to roll through easier as well.